Jordan Brand is leaving 2021 behind strong by dropping probably one of the most anticipated sneakers to drop this whole year. Now, even though a lot of people are super excited about this release, some are disappointed. So let's break them open, let's break them down, and let me show you what I'm talking about. Today we're taking a look at the Jordan 1 Patent Bred. Alright, so we've got a shiny Jordan 1 box. As you can see, I'm sure with the lights here, it is glistening. And I gotta say, this box is a fingerprint magnet. You can already see I've left a bunch of fingerprints on this. But let's see what's inside, right? Because that's the important part. And of course, it is today's shiny pair of sneakers, the Jordan 1 Patent Bred. Before I put this box away, I will show you the extra pair of laces that come included with the pair of sneakers. You get red, and then laced on the sneakers themselves, you get a black pair. But here they are. Take a look. Look at them glistening in the light. They are super shiny. And let's kick this off by just thinking about how many different variations of this colorway Jordan Brand has done. Like this bread or band colorway has been retroed quite a few times. We had the original back in 1985 with the signature black and red color blocking. Then we had a retro in 2001, 2016, and now 2021. And all of those were Jordan 1 highs and relatively close to the original. Again, you get the black and the red. But in between those drops, you know how many other versions Jordan Brand has done on this iconic color blocking? Like, we're talking mids, lows, alphas, flyknits, Jordan 1.5, a whole lot of different sneaker models, all riding off of the back of this black and red color blocking. And I'm saying all of this just to make it very clear how iconic this color blocking is, not just for us, but Jordan Brand clearly sees that and wants to really make sure that we know that as well. So now obviously here in 2021 we're getting a patent leather version. Now if you've never seen or felt patent leather, obviously I guess the first thing you're going to notice is how shiny it is. Like, it definitely feels plasticky, and I guess that is the nature of making a sneaker glossy. And I guess it kind of takes on a little bit more of a formal look to some degree. Now of course, when I said that some people were disappointed by this release, and of course I'm referring to the patent leather, I guess not being a fan favorite, and I probably would include myself in that category as well. I mean, I don't hate it, but there definitely are some cons that come with having this shiny leather material. Now, with that being said, it is clear that Jordan Brand has added some details to this specific sneaker to make them extra special. But before we get into all of those details, let's talk about the release. So these are apparently dropping on December the 30th. Now, we have already started hearing rumors of these being delayed, so potentially they could be pushed back. We know that there's a whole bunch of supply chain issues when it comes to manufacturing of sneakers at the moment. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do end up seeing a drop on December 30th. However, maybe there are some extra retailers that push them further into 2022, or maybe even Nike sneakers themselves don't release these until the new year. Either way, we can cross our fingers that these do drop on time, and if you are looking at grabbing a pair of these, the retail price is the same, £145 here in the UK or $170 out in the US. And if you're wondering how hard these are going to be to pick up, well, don't just think because they're shiny people don't want them. This is still a very iconic colorway of the Jordan 1, and it is still a Jordan 1. So like I was saying, Jordan Brand wanted to make these special. So let's talk about some of those special little differences that you find on this sneaker as opposed to a regular Jordan 1. For starters, this little hang tag is very cool. So this is what's been kind of rattling around as I've been talking about this sneaker. It's a metallic red Jumpman logo. It is metal, it feels good, and it just adds an extra premium additional touch to the sneaker itself. Another really interesting detail is the embroidery on the sock liner. You find that on both the left and the right sneaker, and it's just embroidered in red the word family. Again, it's not major, but I feel like a lot of sneakerheads appreciate the smaller details about sneakers, so it is really nice when Jordan Brand, or any sneaker brand for that matter, does add some really cool details to the shoe. So now again, I feel like we can all agree this colorway is fantastic and it suits the Jordan 1 massively. It's incredibly iconic and it's a big part of Jordan Brand in general. So I guess the main thing we're talking about here today is the patent leather, and whether you really like this shiny look or whether you dislike it. Now, regardless of the actual look of these, again, I did mention that there was some kind of cons with this patent leather, so let's talk about that. Starters, again, if you're someone who really appreciates nice feeling material, well, the fact that these feel relatively plasticky, and it's definitely not as soft as a regular leather would be. Like, it doesn't squish down and wrinkle up like you would find on a regular pair of Jordan 1s. That is something that, in my personal opinion, is a con. Now, another thing I've also found with patent leather pairs of Jordan 1s is typically the creasing isn't as attractive as you would find on other Jordan 1s as well. I mean, oftentimes creasing in general is not a great thing, but particularly on these patent leather sneakers, the creases look pretty big and they don't look great. But at the same time, it is a darker colorway, like you are getting deeper reds and then obviously black all over the sneakers, so that will hide a lot of the blemishes or creases a lot better than, let's say, if it was a Chicago colorway with a lot of white on here. But again, this is obviously down to personal preference. Do you like patent leather? Is that enough to deter you from buying this pair of sneakers? The answer for me personally is pretty simple. It is no. The patent leather doesn't deter me from buying this pair of sneakers. Is it something that I don't really like? Yes, but I've never had a pair of Breds, and this is the closest I'm ever gonna come to getting a pair of Breds, just considering how much they cost. They still look dope on foot. I mean, that color blocking just looks great on a Jordan 1. These are definitely going to be one of the better Jordan 1s that have released this year. Is it my favorite? No, but I still do really like this colorway. Now, of course, I'll briefly mention sizing for anybody who hasn't tried on a pair of Jordan 1s. I typically go true to size, and that fits me just fine, so that's what I'm going to recommend to you guys. Either way, guys, it's a solid one to look forward to this year. Definitely a really good release. I'm happy Jordan Brand is releasing it regardless of the patent leather. Now, I would like to know your guys' thoughts on this pair of sneakers, and why not, while we're at it, let me know what you think of patent leather in general. Thank you guys so much for coming through, hanging out for yet again another one. Thank you for liking, commenting, and of course subscribing. I'll catch you guys in the next one, but until then,